Hi, beautiful people. I wanted to come on here and make this video as short as possible to just give you some tips on how to deal with anxiety. Um, First of all, just given what's happening right now in the world, I'm sure there's a lot of anxiety for a lot of you. But in general, when we are turning inward and when we are clearing and decluttering, actually anxiety gets promoted as well, because every time we clear something, we start noticing how much we have, how much we accumulated. We deal with, if you're clearing, for example, your desk and you run into something that seems like a forgotten dream, that can be overwhelming. Um, so anxiety is just something I think a lot of people can relate to. So this video is about that, about just giving you some tools. Now, the first thing that I would say is, if you're not already a meditator and if you haven't put meditation into your daily practice, I would highly recommend it. Even if it's 5 minutes, 20 minutes ideally. If you live alone, you can maybe do a full hour, but 20 minutes would probably be optimal. And even 5 minutes matters. So I practice Vipassana. Vipassana is a method that doesn't rely on an outside source, like a sound or mantra, and even breath. In Vipassana, we're actually tuning into the sensations initially, that the breath makes as it enters our nostrils, but after that, we're kind of scanning the entire body and just allowing ourselves to let the sensations arise. And as the sensations arise, our job or the effort is to just be in harmony with that, whether it's negative or positive sensation. And the whole premise of Vipassana is also this concept of anicca, meaning that everything is impermanent. So if you can merely observe what is happening without adding something to it, whether it's an aversion because you don't like it, or addiction because you like it and you want more of it, if you don't add either one of those things, you will transcend the moment itself. Like, in your ability to be with it, the moment can pass or the sensations can pass. So it's a very, very valuable technique. I can tell you more about it if you're interested. But any type of meditation would work. I would do guided meditation on my YouTube channel under Maria Parente. There is a guided meditation that I used when I studied to be a Reiki master. I can probably just put it in the comments. So I'll do that. So that's the first thing, meditation, any type. Even if you just sit for 5 minutes, you close your eyes, and you just allow your breath. Just observe. So that's the first thing. Second thing that I think will be really valuable, a couple of things that will just support your nervous system. There is an exercise, I think it's Peter Levine, I would have to check it, but um, here is a simple tool, especially for those of you who are alone, but you don't have to be alone to do this. Take your right hand and hold yourself like under, like where your heart is, and then go ahead and hang and hug yourself with your other hand, and just breathe. This will allow you to arrive at the moment, and you can come back to it anytime, especially if you feel overwhelmed. This is when you feel overwhelmed. Right now, even though most of us are in isolation, there's just so much information out there, so much to bust through. People are all selling, pitching, asking for money, for support. The biggest gift to the world right now is that you get yourself centered. So that's the pose. Okay, the other similar position is you put one hand on your heart and one on your forehead, and you just put a little bit of pressure, and so you can feel held. hold it like this for a few minutes. And then you can take your left hand and you can put it on your solar plexus. And just be it. And for those of you who are doing Reiki, I know there are always Reiki people around. This is a universal position. You know, the upper chakras and the lower chakras united is how I like to say it. So that's the second little trick, or the third method of just releasing anxiety and overwhelm. And the fourth is tapping. So there's a lot of material out there on tapping. I'm going to make it very simple. I like when things are very simple. And so here is what you need to know. The tapping points are always the same. And this is what they are. Chopping, karate point, right? And all you would do would be you would tap with your hand. Either hand is fine, right? So this is the first point. The second point is your eyebrow point. So just tap like where your beginning of your eyebrow is. You can do left, right. You can do right in between. That's usually what I do. Side of the eye. Under your eye. Again, gentle tapping under your nose, under your mouth, collarbone. And then right where your brow line is, there's mostly women here. So right here under your arm, where your brow would be if you wore one. I don't wear a bra in the house. And top of your head at the end. What it does is like you stimulate your meridians and you really just allow emotions to just pass through. And if there's any blockages, they get released. So it's a really, really good technique. And you can probably even just YouTube something, but that's, for me, that can be a rabbit hole. So what I do is I just follow my own guidance. The first tapping point, you would say something 3 times, like even though X, and you can say even though I'm pissed off, I'm at home and not working, not making money, whatever it is, right? Even though X, I still deeply love and accept myself. That's the sentence. After that, you can be more flexible. So let's just give it a shot and try it. Even though I feel so much uncertainty right now, I deeply love and accept myself. Even though I feel like I can never have time just to myself in this chaos, I deeply love and accept myself. Even though I feel powerless to do anything right now, or to do anything big to change things, I deeply love and accept myself. These situations we're in, it annoys me. I feel powerless to change what other people are doing. I sometimes even feel disheartened that some people are making bad choices. I feel like I don't want to be a bad guy all the time. I know that I can only control myself. But that's sometimes really, really difficult. Because we are in this together. And then you can do as many rounds as you want. I'm going to do one more round to finish. Because if we are in this together, then people making dumb decisions are impacting everyone, including the people I love. I just don't want to lose people I love. I can barely look at the numbers. I feel a lot of grief. And all I can do is really just take care of myself. Take a deep breath, and then you can do it as many times as you need to. The thing about tapping that I would just say is just let yourself follow it. If you want, I can just maybe leave some subjects, and then I can do some of them, and maybe I can do some of the specific subjects and do a recording and post on this group. But you won't go wrong. Like, you actually can't make a mistake, so you can just follow your own guidance. And I hope that's helpful. I'm sorry this is not like such a great production video, but I just wanted to make something and send it to you. I'm about to hop on a coaching call and kids are up already. So big hug, big kiss. Oh, just before I go, one last thing. And please, know this, just breath. In this time, one of the things we do is we forget to breathe. We forget to be grateful for our breath. So if nothing else right now, just take 3 deep breaths. Let your belly expand. Maybe hold it for a second and then let it go. So inhale, hold, exhale. One more time. Inhale, let your belly expand. Hold and let it go. There you go. Hope that's helpful. Keep me posted in the comments. I love you and keep on keeping on. We'll get through this.